Today we're taking a look at these NBA matches, which are happening on Saturday, February 12, 2022, and giving you match breakdowns, betting tips and predictions in general on these games. Welcome back to High Stakes, let's get straight into it. Also, don't forget to subscribe to get notified as soon as we release these sport prediction videos, and if you would like more betting tips and predictions, then check out our Patreon in the link down below. Our new Patreon is a way for us to help you improve your chances of making more money. 5 plans are available for each and every one of you. You can get 30 extra betting picks all the way up to 500 extra betting picks per month. Stop wasting hours of your time searching for bad betting picks that ends up costing you a lot of money. Join the High Stakes Patreon now and get the best betting picks. Denver Nuggets vs Toronto Raptors. Denver is averaging 109.7 points per game. They scored 132 points in their last game, making 54.1% of their field goals and 41% of their three-pointers. Bones Hyland led the way for the Nuggets with 22 points and 6 rebounds. Nikola Jokic finished with 21 points, 11 rebounds, and 7 assists, while Will Barton added 20 points, 7 rebounds, and 5 assists. Denver has played well defensively, giving up 107.6 points per game. They gave up 115 points in their last game and will need to do a better job if they want to win this game. Denver is playing the second game of a back-to-back situation here, while the Raptors logged their third game in 4 nights. Toronto did have Friday off and will be at home here, both of which work in their favor. The Nuggets have dropped 4 of their last 6 games coming into this one, while Toronto has reeled off 8 straight wins. That includes coming in off a season high in points in the win over Houston Thursday night, even without VanVleet in the mix. Toronto has plenty of quality offensive weapons, as evidenced by having 4 guys putting up better than 18 points a night this season. Toronto is averaging 109.1 points per game. They scored 139 points in their last game, making 54.6% of their field goals and 38.5% of their three-pointers. Gary Trent Jr. led the way for the Raptors with 42 points, 4 assists, and 5 steals. Pascal Siakam finished with 30 points, 3 rebounds, and 4 assists, while Chris Boucher added 16 points and 5 rebounds. Toronto has played well defensively, giving up 106.9 points per game. They gave up 120 points in their last game and will need a significantly better performance if they want to get the win. Our first betting pick is Toronto Raptors minus 3.5. On the season, Toronto stands 15th in scoring offense as they put up an average of 109.1 points per game this season. The Raptors are 13th in rebounding with 45 boards a night, while they are 27th by dishing out an average of 22.2 assists a night. Toronto stands 9th in scoring defense as they allow an average of 106.9 points a night. Aga Anunoby is 4th on the team with an average of 18.3 points plus 5.7 rebounds per game. Scotty Barnes, 14.7 points, 7.7 rebounds, Fred VanVleet, 21.6 points, 7.1 assists, Gary Trent Jr., 18.8 points, and Precious Achiuwa, 7.6 points, 7.1 rebounds, are solid offensive options this season. Pascal Siakam contributes 21.8 points, 8.7 rebounds and 5.2 assists per contest this season. Khem Birch, Goran Dragic, Spy Mikhailiuk, Chris Boucher, Delano Banton and Isaac Bonga are all looked at to help Nick Nurse's squad. The Raptors are 25th in the league in field goal percentage as they shoot 44.4% from the floor as a team. Toronto stands 12th by knocking down 12.5 three-pointers a night, while they are 10th in three-point field goal percentage as they sink 35.7% of their attempts on the season. VanVleet missed Thursday's game with a groin injury, so keep an eye out for any updates on his status. On the year, Denver is 14th in the league in scoring offense with an average of 109.7 points per game this season. The Nuggets are 25th in rebounding by collecting 43.5 boards per contest, while they are 3rd by dishing out an average of 27.2 assists a night. Denver stands 11th in scoring defense as they give up an average of 107.6 points a night. Nikola Jokic is leading the team in scoring with 25.8 points, 13.6 rebounds and 7.9 assists a night this season. Will Barton, 15.6 points, Aaron Gordon, 14.7 points, 5.7 rebounds, Michael Porter Jr., 9.9 points, 6.6 rebounds, and Monty Morris, 12.6 points, 4.3 assists, each are solid scoring options. Bones Hyland, Bryn Forbes, Jeff Green, 10.3 points, Jamachal Green, Zeke Naji, Facundo Campazzo and Austin Rivers are among the other players that coach Michael Malone calls on in the rotation. Our second betting pick is under the total. Sacramento Kings vs Washington Wizards. Harrison Barnes scored 30 points, Domantas Sabonis had 22 points and 14 rebounds in his debut, and Sacramento took care of the Minnesota Timberwolves 132-119 on Wednesday night. De'Aaron Fox scored 27 points and 8 rebounds to help Sacramento win their first game since making a 6-player trade with Indiana. The Kings have lost 7 of their last 8 games and 13 straight road games. They've struggled offensively on the road and just traded away 2 of their top 5 scorers at the trade deadline. Their offensive rebounding dropped off in their last 3 games, and they've been very careless with the ball during that stretch. Even though the Wizards have struggled defensively, they played well in their last 3 games and did a good job forcing turnovers, so expect the Kings to struggle offensively in this game. The Wizards have struggled offensively since Bradley Beal got injured, but they've done a better job at home, where they are making 46% of their shots. They've been aggressive on the offensive glass, and they did a good job protecting the ball in their last 3 games. Sacramento is one of the worst defensive teams in the league, and they play worse on the road, so expect them to have a hard time slowing down the Wizards in this game. The Wizards defeated Brooklyn 113-112 after both teams made moves at the trade deadline and fielded incomplete rosters. Kyle Kuzma had 15 points, 13 rebounds, and 10 assists for his first career triple-double. Washington acquired forward Kristaps Porzingis from the Dallas Mavericks earlier in the day. Our first betting pick is Washington Wizards. Washington is averaging 106.9 points per game. They scored 113 points in their last game, making 50.6% of their field goals and 35.5% of their three-pointers. Raul Neto led the way for the Wizards with 21 points and 6 assists. Kyle Kuzma finished with 15 points, 13 rebounds, and 10 assists, while Anthony Gill added 15 points and 2 rebounds. Washington has struggled defensively, giving up 110 points per game. They gave up 112 points in their last game and will need to do a better job if they want to get the win. They just traded for Kristaps Porzingis, bruised knee, who might be available tonight. Our second betting pick is under the total. Cleveland Cavaliers vs Philadelphia 76ers. Darius Garland scored 27 points in his return, and Karis LeVert added 11 in his debut for Cleveland, leading them to a 105-92 win over the Spurs on Wednesday. Garland, who missed the past 4 games with a sore lower back, showed why he was voted an All-Star for the first time. He made 12 of 15 shots, added 6 assists, and had 5 boards. The 76ers have lost 3 of their last 4 games and 2 straight home games. They've played well offensively, but with the trade for James Harden, whose status for this game is unknown, and Therese Maxey listed as questionable for this game, their depth is depleted, which will be a problem for them because they are playing on consecutive nights. The Cavaliers have won 7 of their last 9 games, and they've been dominant on the defensive end, holding 3 of their last 5 opponents under 100 points, so expect the 76ers to struggle offensively in this game. The Cavaliers have also played well offensively during their run. They shoot the ball well on the road and do a great job on the offensive glass. They've also cut back on their turnovers in their last 3 games. Philadelphia dropped a tough home game 114-109 against the Phoenix Suns on Wednesday night. Joel Embiid had 34 points and 12 rebounds for the Sixers. Embiid had his 5th straight 25-point 10-rebound game, the longest streak in the NBA over the last 2 seasons, and the longest for a Sixers player since he broke that same feat in 2018. James Harden was traded to the 76ers for Ben Simmons, Seth Curry, Andre Drummond, and 2 first-round picks on Thursday afternoon. Harden has been out for the last 4 games in Brooklyn, but it remains to be seen if his hamstring magically heals itself when he arrives in Philadelphia. Our first betting pick is Cleveland Cavaliers. Philadelphia is averaging 107.8 points per game. They scored 109 points in their last game, making 46.1% of their field goals and 31.3% of their three-pointers. Joel Embiid led the way for the 76ers with 34 points, 12 rebounds, 3 assists, and 3 steals. Tobias Harris finished with 30 points and 7 rebounds, while Therese Maxey added 14 points, 6 rebounds, and 4 assists. The 76ers acquired James Harden from the Brooklyn Nets for Ben Simmons, Seth Curry, Andre Drummond, and 2 first-round draft picks before the trade deadline. Harden was dealing with a hamstring injury before the trade, and his status for this game is unknown. Philadelphia has played well defensively, giving up 105.8 points per game. They gave up 114 points in their last game and will need a better performance if they want to win this game. Cleveland is averaging 106.5 points per game. They scored 105 points in their last game, making 47.6% of their field goals and 42.9% of their three-pointers. Darius Garland led the way for the Cavaliers with 27 points, 5 rebounds, and 6 assists. Evan Mobley finished with 18 points and 12 assists, while Jarrett Allen added 15 points and 14 rebounds. Cleveland has also played well defensively, giving up 101.9 points per game. They gave up 92 points in their last game and will need a similar effort if they want to get the win. Our second betting pick is under the total. Disclaimer, no financial advice. The information on this channel is provided for education and informational purposes only, without any express or implied warranty of any kind, including warranties of accuracy, completeness, or fitness for any particular purpose. The information contained in or provided from or through this channel is not intended to be and does not constitute financial advice, investment advice, trading advice, or any other advice. The information on this channel and provided from or through this channel is general in nature and is not specific to you, the user, or anyone else. You should not make any decision, financial, investment, trading, or otherwise, based on any of the information presented on this channel without undertaking independent due diligence and consultation with a professional broker or financial advisory.